At Minji Digestive Health, we view colonoscopy through a forward-looking lens. It's why we embraced GI Genius from Medtronic to detect cancer more accurately, why we're always looking for ways to make our prep more comfortable, and why we see that every patient has the best experience possible. Schedule your colonoscopy with Minji Digestive Health today. We're always looking ahead, so you can look forward to a longer, healthier life.
Owning a rental property sounds like a dream until you realize how much work goes into getting it ready. Determine a competitive rent price, market the property, schedule the showing, screen tenants, draft up the lease, set up rent collection, handle maintenance requests, maintain tenant communication. Whew, sound complicated? Renter's Warehouse is here to take the hard work off your rental to-do list. Qualified tenants? Check. Rent collection? Check. Maintenance coordination? You got it. Go to renterswarehouse.com for a free rental analysis to find out how much your home can rent for. Or call 952-444-6996 because from now on, the only thing you need on your to-do list is to call Renter's Warehouse.
It's Hopalong Cassidy. With action and suspense, out of the Old West comes the most famous hero of them all, Hopalong Cassidy, starring William Boyd. The Ring of the Silver Spurs heralds the most amazing man ever to ride the prairies of the early West, Hopalong Cassidy. This famous hero thrills his 60 million fans with action and dangerous adventures. In the role of Hopalong Cassidy is the popular star of the motion picture series, William Boyd. And appearing as that laughable old character, California, is Andy Clyde. Now for our story, Bullets for Ballots. It's election eve in Gila County. But strangely enough, the excitement and spirit which goes with an election eve is missing. On the little main street, in the casino, in the blacksmith shop, the talk is about who's going to be sheriff of Gila County. Honest faces look hopelessly at one another. Well, they know that the lawless element is strong enough to force another term for Sheriff Godfrey. Another term of killing, riot, thieving, and, more important, another year of no justice for the honest man. Brad Cheevers, the owner of the casino, and Sheriff Dawson talk behind closed doors.
Close that door, Brad. We don't want no sneaking polecat listening in.
Sure don't. Can't afford to have no slips now, Dawson.
Just heard from Jeff a few minutes ago. That feed's getting low back there on the floor. If we don't move them 800 head out, we're going to lose them.
Can't move them now. This election's got every busybody with their noses in the air. They can smell a bad deal. And we can't afford it right now.
What are you afraid of? Get out of the law?
Yeah, of course you are.
Anybody who don't like the way I'm serving them can walk in here and say so.
Yep, they can walk in. But they ain't walking out.
Like Claude Burns.
Yeah. I guess the sheriff has a right to gun a man down in self-defense.
Yep. He'll have to seize his 800 head of steers.
That don't make no difference, but maybe you better get rid of that herd before folks start nosing around. Like Lem Purdy at the general store.
Lem Purdy. Why, he ain't wearing us one iota. He don't dare back nobody but me.
We got too much at stake to lose now, and I don't aim to lose.
If your boys sending the ballot box and me getting a posse of a law and order group to ride out of town, only your boys will vote.
There's only one thing.
Oh, what's that?
I saw Hopalong Cassidy and his cowpoke friend in Lem Purdy's store.
Huh? What's wrong with that?
He don't like you, Sheriff.
He don't, huh? Well, now, ain't that just too bad?
I just thought I'd tell you.
Red, we got too much at stake. I ain't stretching my neck in a hang noose. Before I do that, I'll see Cassidy and all his kind in Boot Hill.
back to Hopalong Cassidy and our story, Bullets for Ballots. There's trouble brewing in Gila Corners where the folks are determined to elect a new sheriff, and the present sheriff is just as determined that they won't. Hopalong and his friend California first learned the seriousness of the situation when they talked to Lem Purdy, owner of the general store.
Well, now, let's see, Hoppy. Your bill comes to $7.30.
What's the 30 cents for?
Those 6 hands full of crackers California's been eating.
The 4 hands. Darn it, don't pay it, Hoppy.
We'll add it onto your jelly bean account.
Here, write it down, Hoppy. I got my hand caught in that darn coffee grinder. Can't hold the pencil in it now.
Okay. Cassidy, $7. California, 30 cents.
Where's that fire just went out?
Danger. Maybe here Happy and Brad Cheever is elect that ornery sheriff again.
Seems like everyone's against Sheriff Dodson.
And a good reason. Gunning down a man in cold blood.
Nobody knows what happened to Fort Burns' beast, huh? 800 head.
Seems like there's enough good folks in town to elect a new sheriff.
Everybody's afraid to vote against him. Brad Cheever's gunslingers watch the ballot boxes, and one of Brad's boys is deputy to count them.
You mean nobody's going to run against him?
You can bet your bedroll there is. I am.
You?
Yes, me. And I'd win, too, if it was honest.
Well, if you've got the gumption to run against him, we're for you, Purdy.
You're darn right. You got yourself 2 votes already.
2 votes ain't enough.
Oh, we can get more for you.
Yeah, and we can do better than that. We'll see that every post and every tree gets a Purdy for Sheriff poster.
Oh, it's Betty. You know my little girl, don't you, Hoppy?
Little girl? When will you ever realize, Daddy, that I'm 20 years old? Hello, Hoppy. California.
Hello, honey.
Gee, girl. Seems like just a little while ago you were just a gangling little critter, but a pretty one.
Here you are, a fine young lady.
I don't want to be a lady. I want to help Daddy in the store.
Well, you'll get a chance to help him a lot now that he's running for sheriff.
No, not you, Daddy. Oh, it's not true.
Now, don't carry on, Betty. Ain't a thing to worry about.
No, sirree, nothing. I mean, Hoppy's helping them.
But Brad Cheever's...
We'll worry about Brad Cheever when we get to him. This is going to be an honest election. Come on, California. Let's get down to the print shop. As soon as the posters are off the press, we'll be back, Purdy.
I'll be waiting for you, Hoppy.
Calculated again.
Huh? Oh, hello, Jack. What are you talking about?
Looks like Purdy's going to try his luck at being sheriff.
Who's going to back him?
That Cassidy fella and his sidekick.
What? You sure?
Sure shooting. Hung around outside the store and heard them laying plans.
Oh, they was, eh? Don't nobody know about it?
Looks like they're gonna. That Cassidy headed for the printing shop. Said something about posters.
Why, they can't do that. That broken-down maverick at the shop said they didn't have no ink when I wanted some posters for Dodson.
I don't like the deal, Brad. You can pay me off and let me ride.
You don't get a cent till them cattle is sold.
I've been dealt out from the bottom, but I ain't never hung around till the shooting.
You was hired to watch them cattle back in the draw, and you're playing the string to the end.
That's what you say.
That's what this says, Jess.
Ain't scaring me a bit. Shooting now'd spoil your act.
Don't push me too hard, Jess. Remember, they're still looking for the coyote with 3 fingers who held up the Fargo.
Ain't got him yet, never.
Well, they ain't going to look far for him if you get skitterish. Now get back out there to the shed and keep an eye on that herd.
Sure wish I'd have kept on holding up stages. Seems kind of like earnest work when I see fellas like you.
If this wasn't election week, I'd gun you down right where you're standing, Jess. Now, get.
All right. But you better have all your boys voting, because they sort of think that Cassidy's on the winning side.
Get out. Before I forget what week this is.
I hope the ink holds out, Hoppy. We're doing fine. About 50 more bill, and we'll have enough to cover the county.
No, folks, see, Brad's gang ain't got a chance.
Yeah, looks like I'm going to have some explaining to do. Explaining? I told that Brad Cheevers I didn't have no ink to run up posters for him. Looks like if I'm staying in business, I'll have to get up a good story.
Well, there's the whole caboodle of them.
Don't smear the ink, California. Let them dry for a few minutes.
Sure is attractive to the eye. Ought to let folks know who's running.
We got a visitor, Hoppy.
Howdy, Brad Cheevers.
You got some ink for these things.
I scraped some out of a can.
And used it to print this pack of lies? For honest law enforcement. Vote for Purdy.
Well, a fellow's got to make a living, Brad.
Nice-looking poster.
Right, Purdy poster.
Sometimes a fella gets his neck out so fur he finds a rope around it.
Look, I don't want no trouble here, Brad.
Trouble? Nobody tells Brad Cheevers he ain't got ink. And find some to print something again me.
I ordered the posters, Cheevers.
And we're putting up every one of them.
Go ahead. My trouble's with Bill here.
I'm backing Bill, same as I'm backing Purdy.
And you can tell your sheriff friend so he'll know.
I'm tearing up every one of these posters.
Put out, California.
Why, you interfering thing off the running through the barracks office.
Now get up and get back to your sheriff friend and tell him this is the beginning. And lots more coming, so we rid the county of your kind.
Remember this, Cassidy. When the election is over, you'd better leave town. It won't be healthy for you around these parts.
Well, looks like we're all going to have to pack up, Hoppy.
The election isn't over yet.
And we ain't going to be letting folks know about voting for Purdy if we don't get them posters up.
Now, don't worry about Cheevers. He won't be bothering you, Bill.
If he comes back here, I'm doing my talking with a 6-gun.
You ain't aiming to put them up around town, too, are you, Hoppy?
I sure am. I'm putting one up right here in front of the blacksmith shop.
Looks right good, Hoppy. Them big letters is easy to read.
We'll let folks know an honest man is running.
But if Cheevers gunslingers all vote and keep scaring folks away from the polls...
I think I know how to handle that part, if my plans work out. Somebody ought to put one of these posters in the casino.
Brad Cheevers would tear it down.
Might be worth a try. Come on, let's show him to Purdy.
Where? You got the posters, Hoppy?
Yeah, I got a lot of them. Better be putting them up.
Powerful reading, Purdy? Hey, you can see that 50 rods away. My daughter will be back here in a few minutes to tend the store, so then I can help you put them up.
Thought you'd take the mill road, Purdy.
I know every post on it, Hoppy.
Me and Hoppy will take the stage line road.
And we'll meet back here in the morning.
Yeah, morning of election day. By golly, I got a feeling you're back in the winter, Hoppy.
You bet we are. Well, we've got a couple hours before dusk. Let's go.
Gal's in the store alone, Brad.
Be sure and keep the handkerchiefs up around your faces, boys.
Let's get going.
Remember, boys, I don't want a stick left that ain't broken. Come on. Wait. You better put out the light.
It's a work, boy. That's it. Get up. There's one to go.
Dirty skunk!
And you can tell your pa feel that nasty shows their face around the house tomorrow. They can pick out a place to fall. But we're gunning them down.
Before we continue with this exciting story, here is a word from your announcer. Now back to Hopalong Cassidy and our story, Bullets for Ballots. Hoppy in California intend to see that the folks in Gila Corners have a chance to elect the man of their choosing as sheriff. Brad Cheevers and his gang have kept the present sheriff in office by terrorizing the honest voters and don't expect to allow an honest vote to upset their plans.